When I was younger, I wanted to be a lot of things. First, I wanted to be a cop because I used to look up to them until I learned about the injustice that they did to people of color on a daily. And then as life moved on, I wanted to be a basketball player. My idol was Candace Parker, number 3 on the LA Sparks. I'm like, oh my gosh, she was so amazing. But then I injured my knee when I was 13 years old, and I haven't been able to play sports the same way. And as time went on, I'm like, okay, what else am I good at? I wanted to be a lawyer. I'm like, okay, I can argue a case. God knows that. And so I wanted to be a lawyer. And then I did a little research. I'm like, oh, lawyers got to be in school for a cool little minute, and that's just too long. And so I left that passion alone. And then finally, right now, I really have my eyes set on changing policy to give foster youth a better chance at life. I think foster youth should be at the forefront of policy reform. And so me having been in the foster care system since the age of 2 and I'm now 21, I think I'm one of the people who should really be up there giving recommendations, changing policies to ensure that foster youth who enter the system in the future have a better life. Currently, I go to Mills College, which is a private liberal arts school in Oakland, California, where I'm creating my own major. I'm naming it Politics and Urban Inequalities, and my hope with that is to be able to take classes from multidisciplinarians so that I'm able to further learn about the injustices that foster youth go through. That way, when I go to grad school, I want to get my Master of Public Policy so that I'm able to reform policy that directly affect foster youth. And outside of going to school full-time, I work at a homeless shelter in San Francisco, 16 to 20 hours a week, depending on my availability. And I want to do this. I know a lot of foster youth, they end up homeless. And so with the work I do later on in life, I want to make sure that I'm aware of like the homeless shelter system so that I'm able to provide them with resources. I talk weekly with the case manager to have them mentor me so I'm able to gain insight on how to better serve people who are currently experiencing houselessness. And outside of that, I'm on a women's football team in San Francisco where we get together once a week to play games every Sunday against other teams throughout the Bay Area. I've been doing that for a little bit over a year, and I like it. Keeps me looking right, keeps me in shape. Probably gonna have to delete that, but yeah. I describe my education with my 3 E's. 1, it's expensive. God knows. 2, it's empowering, and 3, it's eye-opening. When I think of my life and I think about what could have made my education better, the sole thing that comes to my mind is stability. The fact that I lived in 45 different placements and I went to over 23 different schools has definitely negatively impacted my ability to retain information, also acquire the skill set that's necessary to flourish in higher education. So as a result of my upbringing, I now have to seek out extra tutoring, stay after class later, but those are all steps that I'm willing to take to ensure that I get the education that, in my opinion, is the only thing that's going to be able to set me free and make sure that I don't become a statistic. Like many foster youth who grow up in the system, a lot of people think medication's the answer, opposed to giving these youth the emotional support and the therapy that they actually need. They think it's important to prescribe a lot of medication. So during my upbringing, I've been on medication since I was a little kid, and it definitely affected my schooling. It made me numb. It was difficult for me to stay awake in class. I felt foggy. And to be honest, I really think they prescribed me medication to contain me, opposed to help me. That negatively impacted my schooling. If I could give advice to anybody in foster care, do not give up. Do not give up. No matter what, no matter who doubts you, no matter how many social workers say that you're not going to make it, no matter how many case managers come in and out your life, just know that the best thing that you can do for yourself is to get your education. At the end of the day, the only thing that's really going to set you apart from foster youth who become a statistic and who don't become a statistic is getting higher education. It opens numerous doors for you. You're able to network, reach out to people, and if I can help in any way after this video, hit me up.